Hey guys, over the next couple videos, I'm going to be talking to you about mechanical ergonomic keyboards. Now, mechanical keyboards, for those of you guys who are not in the know, are basically really premium grade keyboards. Most keyboards these days cheap out on the key switches and give you rubber dome key switches. Now, what's different about that is you don't feel the key press until you've maxed out all the way and hit the bottom. Just picture a rubber dome, and when you press, you eventually get enough force to pop it down. And so when you've hit all the way to the bottom, that's when the key is pressed, and you also feel that pressure of bottoming out. Well, mechanical key switches take cues from the olden days, and they actually have a key switch that activates before you bottom out, and you feel it usually with a tactile force. There's a lot of options, and they give you this old kind of keyboard feel, but they also give you this really premium kind of keyboard feel. So today I'm going to be talking about a really cool one. I kind of custom selected two of them, and I really do mean I custom selected two keyboards to bring to you guys. One of them is the Matias Ergo Pro keyboard. And I have the Mac version here. They also have a PC version. But this is the Matias Ergo Pro, and it is very cool. For one, as you can clearly see, it can split into two, which I love a keyboard that can allow me to split out as my hands naturally rest, which is something like this. It also gives you the ability to keep your coffee in the middle, which is actually surprisingly addictive and very useful to have in the middle of the day, your coffee close. You can also keep papers and notes and stuff in the middle. You can also just make adjustments as your day goes on, which is very cool. And so this is also, it feels much better on the wrists, much more natural as you go. This keyboard, again, it's the Matias Ergo Pro keyboard. I'll just kind of go through some of the specs and why you might actually be interested in this, besides the wow factor, the fact that it splits apart. For one, there's just not a lot of great keyboards that are ergonomic out there. There's a lot that are ergonomic, but not a lot of great ones. This one is definitely right away what I would classify as a great keyboard for several reasons. One, it's a mechanical keyboard, as I mentioned before. So the key switches are phenomenal. And these ones are actually the Matias Quiet Click, which are arguably some of the best mechanical key switches in the business. And they're amazing for two reasons. One, they give you a very, very tactile response. You feel that key press before you bottom out. So as you get better and better on the keyboard, you actually type lighter and lighter, but you still get actually more response than if you were typing on a normal keyboard. So that's very, very cool. And then it's also a very quiet, hence the quiet click, the Matias Quiet Click key. But it's also one of the best keys for office use, which is one of the reasons I selected this as a great keyboard to demo to you guys. Because a lot of y'all are in an office setting, and if you'd be interested in a mechanical keyboard, they have a reputation for being loud and clicky, which of course, if you're a work from homer, one of those guys whose beard is down to your knees and you've never showered or seen humanity for weeks, that's awesome. Go with the clicky. It feels incredible to have like a Cherry MX Blue where every key press gives you this satisfying click. But that's just not a keyboard for most of us. We work around coworkers and we're generally nice people. And so we need something that's a little quieter. So the Matias Quiet Click keys are one of the best choices of all time for a great office-friendly mechanical key switch. Mechanical key switches are also rated to just millions and millions and millions and millions, like 15 million clicks or something like that. This thing is going to last forever. Some other really great features about it are these palm rests. These things are really nice. They are stable, and so the second you feel like you have your own desk space that is attached to your keyboard. And they also get several tenting options. You can tent them a little bit of an angle, which I personally love. Feels really nice. You can also tent front, down, and both back for kind of a negative forward angle. I think that's a 4.5 degree. And if memory serves, this is a 9-degree tenting angle. And so you can kind of have some options throughout the day as time goes on. And then if your mother comes to your house, or your grandmother's visiting and needs to update her Twitter and doesn't know how to use a split keyboard, it does come straight together like that. So very good, very useful. It's kind of a normal keyboard with the option of a great split keyboard. Now, I will have to mention that they do have to plug together. So in the spirit of clicky keyboards, you get this nice clicky connector, which connects them right there, and then it connects with one USB. Some notable changes that they made to the normal keyboard layout, aside from being split, is that they gave you these dedicated undo, cut, copy, paste buttons, and they really reworked the navigation portion. As a coder, something you use all the time is navigating with keys around the screen, especially when you're in the terminal and mouse is just not very useful. And this is very nice. You have your home end, page up, page down, right next to your arrow keys, which makes for a very, very nice experience as you're often needing to navigate around the screen. So that's the Matias Ergo Pro keyboard. It's just a great keyboard. Some other cool features about it: it has laser etched keys. So these are never, ever, ever going to wear off. They're laser etched. They don't wear off. And it also has end key rollover, which any really fast typist will appreciate. Because you probably noticed that when you're typing really, really fast, there's a problem with modern keyboards, and that they'll actually drop key presses when too many keys are pressed at the same time. Well, end key rollover does defeat that quirk, and so as fast as you want to go, this keyboard will have no problems keeping up with you. Let's wrap this review up with a great sound test so you can hear exactly how cool these keys are, and hopefully give you a sense of just how good they feel. But before I get to that, I'll just kind of give you my personal experience on it. I've been coding on this keyboard all week straight since I got my hands on it for review, and it feels so good. I mean, I have for years was just a longtime fan of just a good old Apple, what do they call, chiclet keyboards. You know, just nice, quiet, easy to do. But I'll tell you what, when you get your hands on a mechanical keyboard and you use it for a while, you find yourself never wanting to go back. Day 1, day 2, you're fine. Day 3, you start to really kind of get addicted to that nice tactile feeling. Day 4, day 5, day 6, you find yourself getting very frustrated on a chiclet keyboard. So let's get into some sound clips. There's my review. Retailing, like I said, right around $200. It's not this massive dent to your wallet compared to a computer, and you get to take it with you to every computer you own from here on out. It's a great keyboard, and I am not just saying that. It is a phenomenal keyboard. I'm not getting paid to tell you guys that. The Matias Ergo Pro. Let's listen to some sound clips.